Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. ಈ ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯ ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ I am going to start some important questions, top question for the top ranks. So I'll be dividing into altogether 6 parts. So today the first part I'm going to deal with. So let us start now. Question number 1. Osmotic pressure of 10 liter of an aqueous solution containing 54 grams of glucose and 108 grams of the fructose at 27 degrees centigrade. This is a colligative property. Osmotic pressure pi is given by the formula pi is equal to CRT, correct? Concentration are the given. So pi is equal to which concentration term we are speaking about? We are speaking about the molarity here, correct? We are speaking about the molarity. What is molarity? Number of moles of the solute divided by volume in terms of liter into R into T. Number of moles are also not given. You have to calculate. So what we'll do now, we'll take the number of moles of two substances, glucose and fructose. So let it be N1 and N2 into RT divided by volume in terms of liters. So how do you calculate number of moles given mass divided by molar mass? Glucose and fructose both have got molecular formula C6H12O6 and its molar mass is 180. Correct? So what I'll do now, first one, let be N1 is equal to number of moles of the glucose given mass 54 divided by 180, right? Plus N2 is 108 grams divided by 180, right? Into R is equal to, since they are given answer in terms of atmosphere, see everywhere atmosphere, and in terms of liter, volume in terms of liter, so I'll be taking 0.0821 liter atmosphere per mole per Kelvin into the temperature 27 degrees centigrade converted to Kelvin scale. So that will be equal to 300 multiply divided by volume in terms liter directly 10. So this calculation, so 54 divided by 180 will be 0.3 plus 108 divided by 180 will be 0.6 into 0.0821 into 300 divided by 10 liters. This pi value will be equal to finally 2.2 atmosphere comes. Okay. So therefore answer is option number 1. Clear? Question number 2. The E naught from +3 state giving the +2 state. That means this is a reduction. For chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt are given. That means they are given the SRP values because the reduction reaction +3 becoming +2. Values are given. Now, for which one of the metals the change in oxidation state from +2 to +3 become easiest? That means oxidation should be the easiest one. Remember, if there is a very good reducing agent, it will undergo. If there is a very good reducing, it will undergo oxidation easily. Remember that one. Okay. Any reducing agent, if it is there, if it is a very good reducing agent, it will undergo oxidation easily. So +2 to +2 be easier for those metal which is a very good reducing agent. Now, if the SRP value is a very low value, then it is a very good reducing agent. As the SRP values goes on increases, they become very good oxidizing agent. And speak about the oxidizing and reducing agent. Now find out which metal has the lowest reducing, which has the lowest SRP value. So here it is, you can see negative term minus 0.41. That is corresponding to chromium. So chromium is a very good reducing agent. Therefore it undergoes oxidation easily. Got it? So therefore answer is option number A. And this is based on the electrochemical series. Electrochemical series. So we have to go for the some of the application of the electrochemical series which are very important. Okay, right? Question number 3. Aluminum displaces hydrogen from the acid. Copper does not. And they have mentioned EMF of that cell is 2 volt. Okay. Now calculation is you have to calculate the SRP value of the aluminum that of copper is given. Suppose aluminum displaces the hydrogen gas, then it has the act as the anode. That depends on the application of this is the application of the electrochemical series. Because aluminum has got lower SRP value, copper has got higher SRP value. So now what we'll do, we'll combine, okay, these two electrode. E naught cell is equal to E naught of the cathode minus E naught of the anode, correct? That means copper act as the cathode. Remember this one, right? E naught of cell is given 2 volt, which is equal to E naught of copper. Cathode is copper. So E naught of the copper minus E naught of the anode. Anode is the aluminium. So 2 is equal to copper is given 0.34 minus E naught of the aluminium at calculate. So therefore, E naught of the aluminium is equal to 0.34 minus 2. This will be equal to minus 1.66 volt. Okay. So therefore, answer is option number D. Remember, any metal with a negative SRP value can liberate hydrogen gas. If it has got SRP value positive value, it cannot liberate hydrogen gas. Okay, it's based on the electrochemical series. Clear? Question number 4. Concentration of sodium hydroxide given is a 0.05 molar and resistance of the same solution is equal to 31.6 in terms of ohms. Okay, and temperature is given. Cell constant we write as G star is equal to 0.367 in terms of centimeter inverse. Therefore, molar conductance lambda m you have to calculate. Okay, now see here. This is in terms of ohm, this in terms of centimeter non-SI unit. So we have got formula lambda m is equal to 1000 K divided by C to find out the molar conductivity. Okay. So how to calculate K now? K value conductivity is not given. K means kappa here. So what you can do is we have the formula G star is equal to RK. Okay. Therefore K kappa K. So G star is given 0.367 divided by R resistance, which will be equal to 31.6. Okay. So we'll not find out the answer here. So we'll get some answer, whatever. Unit will be. So G star in terms of the G star is given in terms of centimeter inverse divided by 31.6, it is ohm. So final becomes ohm inverse and centimeter inverse, which is nothing but Simon centimeter inverse. Okay, Simon centimeter inverse. Clear? So we'll be writing this one directly now. 1000 into kappa k 0.367 divided by 31.6 and divided by C concentration. Concentration is equal to 0.05. So when you calculate all these, so the answer would be 232 Simon centimeter square and mole inverse it becomes. Okay, clear? So the answer is option number A. First one, the answer. Question number 5. Lithium forms a body center cubic structure. Length of the side of the unit cell is given 351 and atomic radius is calculated. For BCC, remember, so square root of 3a is equal to 4r. So radius r we are supposed to calculate square root of 3a divided by 4. Square root of 3, you know that it is approximately 1.3 into a stand for the edge length. Length of the side of the unit cell into 351 picometer divided by 4. Okay, and this comes to be nearly equal to 152 picometer. Okay, so the answer is option number D. Clear? Question number 6. White zinc oxide turns yellow on heating because zinc oxide, when which is a white, supposed to be white color, okay, when heated it becomes a zinc ions and oxide O2 minus. But oxide again it undergoes oxidation. So oxygen plus 2 electron we can write. So oxygen atom is not stable. It combined with one more oxygen atom to give oxygen molecule get half the more, which means oxide O2 minus is lost as the oxygen gas. It is not there now. Oxide is not there, oxygen is not there. So we are left with what now? Zinc and 2 electron. Suppose there is a zinc 2 plus, oxide 2 minus, zinc 2 plus like this. Okay, in the crystal lattice, oxide, zinc 2 minus, sorry, zinc 2 plus and oxide 2 minus. Let me write one more line. So zinc 2 plus and oxide O2 minus and zinc 2 plus. Oxygen is lost, correct? So let me remove one of the oxygen like this, right? It will lose oxygen molecule and become electron. 2 electrons are produced. So electrons will go to the interstitial space. So oxide is not there, but it's a zinc will be there, right? Counter ion is there, zinc. So it is become the now metal excess. Metal cation. Cation is excess. That is metal cation is excess. but that will go to the again interstitial space, that will be occupying the interstitial space. Both cation and the electrons are trapped in the interstitial spaces, and zinc is excess when compared to the oxide, therefore it is a metal excess defect. So remember student, all the types of defects, okay, Frenkel defect, Schottky defect, then we have got F center formation, stoichiometry, non-stoichiometry, impure defect. All these are important ones. Please go through this. Okay. Question number 7. A stand for the edge length, cubic system, simple cube they are given, then body centered cube, and then they are given FCC. Okay. Ratio of the radius at calculate. For simple cube, A is equal to 2R, correct? BCC, next one square root of 3A is equal to 4R, correct? Then you have got FCC square root of 2A is equal to 4R. Now we'll take the ratios of their radii. So A by 2 it becomes is 2. Root 3A divided by 4 it becomes, then root 2A divided by 4 it becomes. So we can't find that option, correct? But we have got here, see here, we have this one, okay? But what about this one? So what you can do is you multiply by square root of 2 and divide by square root of 2, that will become 2 A divided by 4 root 2, correct? 2 ones are 2 twos are, final we can write A divided by 2 root 2, correct? So therefore answer is option number C. They are not given directly the third ratio. Clear? So C is the answer. Next question, mixture of methyl alcohol, propyl alcohol at the vapor pressure 290 mm. Okay, that's a mixture. So that means the total pressure of the mixture is equal to 290 mm of mercury. Okay, only mm is there, that is mm of mercury. Okay, vapor pressure of pure ethanol is given. Okay, P naught of the ethanol is given. Okay, is equal to 200. Mole fraction of propyl alcohol given. Mole fraction of propyl alcohol given 0.6. Question is now we have to calculate vapor pressure of P naught of the propyl alcohol is how much. So this is according to Raoult's law, correct? Liquid mixtures, correct? So Pt is equal to P of the first one plus P of the second one, correct? According to Dalton's law. So Pt is equal to P1 naught, correct? P naught of the ethyl alcohol into mole fraction of the ethyl alcohol, correct? Plus P naught of the propyl alcohol into mole fraction of the propyl alcohol, correct? Total vapor pressure given 290, correct? 290 is equal to E naught of the ethyl alcohol given how much? 200. Okay. What is the mole fraction of the ethanol? The total mole fraction is equal to 1. If the propyl alcohol has got mole fraction is 0.6, then mole fraction of the ethyl alcohol should be equal to 0.4. Total is equal to 1, right? So this is the 0.4 plus P naught of the propyl alcohol you have calculated. Let it be P naught itself, and mole fraction of the propyl alcohol is equal to 0.6. Okay, so this will be equal to 290 is equal to, this will be equal to 80, 20 into 4, 80, and 0.6 P naught. So when you calculate this one, P naught would be equal to, comes to be 350 mm of mercury. Clear? So therefore answer is option number D, right? Question number 9. Cryoscopic constant is the depression of freezing point. So this is a colligative property on depression of freezing point. Formula delta TF is equal to KF into the molality in general. Okay, in general it is. Okay. Now, question is the cryoscopic constant is the depression constant. Cryoscopic, KF is called the cryoscopic constant. Cryoscopic constant is equal to depression of freezing point. Okay. So delta TF stand for the depression of freezing point, KF stand for the cryoscopic constant. They are equal to each other. Is a depression of freezing point when M stand for molality. When molality is equal to 1. Molality is 1 means 1 molar. 1 molar. Molality 1 molar. So therefore answer is option number C. Clear? Question number 10. In a first order reaction, concentration reactant decreases from 800 mole per dm cube to 50 mole per dm cube in 2 into 10 power 4 seconds. The rate constant K in terms of second inverse is first order reaction, correct? So we have got K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log of initial concentration divided by the final concentration, correct? So it is equal to 2.303. Time is given in terms of 2 into 10 power 4 seconds log Initially it was 800 divided by, finally it is 50. So it is a 2.303 divided by 2 into 10 power 4 agutte. Log of this, log of 50, 500 divided by 50 will be equal to 16. Okay, you calculate. Okay, so this log 16 can be written as log 16. Okay, this log 16 is equal to log 2 to the power 4 agutte, which can be written as the 4 into log 2. In the previous video, I explained how to take log anti-log. So this is a 4 into 0.3010 agutte. So we'll simplify here. So 2.303 divided by 2 into 10 power 4 agutte into log 16 4 into 0.3010 agutte. So finally, this answer will be equal to, okay, so it is 1.3 into 10 power minus 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. We calculate. Okay, you can calculate slowly. Okay, so the answer is option number C ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, right? Yeah, these questions will be continued. So I made these question like questions for top ranks, important questions. Okay, and I'll be continuing all these questions in the days to come. Maybe I'll be having altogether 6 parts. This is the part number 1. If you have liked this video, please do share and subscribe RD Chemistry. Thank you for watching. May God bless you all. Good luck for your examination.